An instrument like this can forever shift the direction of a program.
I loved getting to see the athletes before the game. It definitely pumped us up and set the atmosphere wonderfully.
I think it's a great addition to the school, just because weather in Birmingham's great, and it's just kind of great just to be outside.
All the qualities students bring in continue to improve a more competitive environment year after year.
We're moved in, schedules are locked, classes are in session, Samford semester is underway, and it's been a busy, busy September. Welcome in everybody to the Samford Chronicle. Brad Radisi back with you, and we're going to start with a little bit of history. Back when I graduated in '99, we roughly had 4,200 students here at Samford, and we were growing, and we haven't stopped. How about for the third consecutive year, Samford announces a record enrollment. This fall, we sit at 4,758 students. That's 43 more than last year's record enrollment. And this class continues Samford's tradition of academic excellence. And here's the breakdown. We have students from 47 states, the District of Columbia, and 21 other countries. Samford's reach is just not nationwide, but globally as well.
We've seen slight increases in the academic qualifications of entering class. Average ACT of 26, average SATs of about 1170. Certainly high school GPA, leadership, all the qualities students bring in continue to improve a more competitive environment year after year.
And talk about records. This is one where a thank you is in order. Annual giving for the fiscal year of 2011 was $35.3 million, which included a multi-million-dollar gift from the estate of Frank Samford Jr. This total is the second highest in Samford history, and these donations, they're important. They make up about 30% of Samford's budget. Alumni giving almost doubled, while employee and student giving was up 250%. And you know September brings football games, and for Samford, their new slogan, Ready, Set, Gone, it's in place as our new traditions. The first ever Bulldog Walk was a big hit. The team walking from the University Center through the quad to the Cooney Family Fieldhouse, plus tailgating on the quad, has made game day that much better.
I loved getting to see the athletes before the game. It definitely pumped us up and set the atmosphere wonderfully. I'm definitely looking forward to it getting bigger and bigger each game, a bigger turnout, a bigger support for athletics. They do a lot for us, so it's great for us to give back to the athletic community for sure.
The Bulldog Walk is just another step in the right direction for fans to get to know the players and try to start developing a personal relationship with some of them. It's come a long way since I've been here 4 years, and I think 4 years from now when I come back, I expect to see even better things from the athletic department and Samford as a whole.
Emotions ran high September 10th as Samford hosted Heroes Day, an event honoring 9/11 servicemen and first responders, especially those here in Alabama after April 27th's deadly tornadoes. Samford, they were triumphant, beating Stillman 48-6. Now, did someone mention a road trip? Lots of red and blue were at SoCon rival Wofford. Students and alumni cheering on the Bulldogs and that fast break offense. And fast breaks are what you'll see here at Samford's new recreation park. There's an outdoor basketball court, but if playing in the sand is your deal, we have a beach volleyball court too.
It's really exciting to have this new facility and to be able to come out here and play. Like, we used to play out at Spain Park, and it's such a drive, but it's always been a ton of fun to come out and play with your friends and just hang out and have a good time, and it's so nice to have it right here so close to campus.
I think it's a great addition to the school, just because last year a lot of my friends and I would want to have time to go down and play basketball kind of outdoor setting, because weather in Birmingham's great, and it's just kind of great just to be outside and be able to breathe fresh air and then play basketball too.
Samford's not just about what happens in the classroom. That's the core of what we do. It's our core mission. However, we want students to be able to enjoy the holistic aspect of the university, to be able to enjoy this beautiful campus. This rec center allows that.
The ribbon cutting ceremony was a huge hit. What a scene it was right here in Brock Recital Hall. Beautiful music filled the air with the School of the Arts Faculty Gala. 5 new members to their staff showcased their talents. Same goes for the Department of Visual Arts. You could say this project was literally 60 years in the works. And when you look at the Jane Slaughter Hardenberg organ, it's a piece of art in its own right. The massive instrument has been completed and was dedicated. Hardenberg was a professor of music at then Howard College back in the 50s. This organ was her vision.
An instrument like this, one of this quality and one of this magnitude, is the kind of thing that can forever shift the direction of a program. Students will be attracted to Samford because of this instrument, and all that was begun with the tenure of Jane Slaughter Hardenberg.
And the celebration continues October 23rd as organist Paul Jacobs plays in the Davis Architects Guest Artist Series. And a few got to touch a piece of musical history. Vladimir Horowitz was one of the most talented musicians of the 20th century, and his personal Steinway piano visited Samford.
They can see how that this piano is just a little bit different, set up just a little bit out of the ordinary, and they can appreciate that history a little bit better by having their hands on it. It's a great opportunity.
The piano will tour the country and will return to its home in New York City later this year. And that leads us to news briefs. The Board of Trustees met in early September and approved changes to the Department of Exercise Science and Sports Medicine. Its name has changed to Kinesiology and Nutrition Science. Also changed was the Department of Interior Design. It's now known as Interior Architecture and is housed in the School of the Arts. Also approved plans for a new residential village for the southwest portion of campus. Now, some things, they never change, like our long tradition of high rankings from the U.S. News and World Report. Samford ranks 4th amongst universities in the South and is the highest ranked private institution in Alabama. Now, if students wanted to find something to fill their free time, well, they found it at the organization fair. Whether it's Going Greek, ministries, or sports clubs, it was found right here. And Samford Ministries had a summer trip to Malaysia. Samford students were abroad for 6 weeks. As they tell it, they didn't make friends, but family. And don't forget to tune your dial to 91.1 WVSU as a new show has hit the airwaves. It's called Healthy Dose. It gives health tips, news, wellness tips from the professionals at Samford's McWhorter School of Pharmacy. Catch it Tuesdays at 5 o'clock. And a healthy dose is what this month's alumni feature is all about. Leah Marie Wollsoncroft provides for children in Birmingham every day. The 1994 pharmacy graduate has opened her own practice in order to help young children get the care they need.
Worked in hospital pharmacy and I worked in independent settings. While I was at Children's Hospital, I really felt that we kind of had a gap in care. Once the children left the hospital, we didn't always really know how they would be followed up with or how they would get that continued care once they went home. So we kind of took my hospital experience and my independent retail experience and we molded it together to create Kids Meds Pharmacy. We do sometimes get a little creative and make gummy bears or different flavors of medicine to try to get the child to cooperate and to get better. We're very active with Samford University with teaching of the students, and I hope that they will go out and do the same sort of thing, maybe their own version, maybe not just with kids, but in their pharmacy life.
And what a great story there. We could tell hundreds of them, but we're flat out of time. But be sure to check in with us next month as we recap Family Weekend. But in the meantime, go to samford.edu, and you can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. For the Samford Chronicle, I'm Brad Radisi. I'll see you next time.